Welcome to my channel, Level Headed with Levi D. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and set the bell notification to all. If you currently are not getting my notifications, please turn the bell setting to none and turn back on to all. Please also share this. Let's get into it.
Don't wait up, I've been working hard every day, living dreams for a pay stub, yeah, straight up. 5 years later, like I said, I would make it on my way up. It's all up, coming from the nation, made a foundation, true stuff, yeah, too tough. We ain't giving up on our dreams, everything is ahead of us. Stay true to your path, it's not where you start, it's all where you're at. It's where you end up when your back's to the mat. Do you cripple the flat or get up off your back? Deliver these facts to see them react. The stadium's packed, they all gonna snap. The motivated attract, the escalated attack. The frustrated hit back, yeah, we move fast. I wanna change everything, I swear I'll do anything, just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free, I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no, I won't let go, I won't drop, no, and I won't let go. I won't stop, no, I won't let go, I won't drop, no, and I won't let go. It's automatic, I'm always getting after it. If you ain't working, I don't understand what's happening. There's not enough time just to be imagining. You gotta take some action towards practicing. I know it's not easy, but you gotta get out there. Make your own meaning, can't afford to have doubts. They'll interrupt dreaming, I just wanna look out there. The crowd all screaming. I wanna change everything, I swear I'll do anything, just to get where I wanna be. I won't stop till I'm free, I won't stop till I'm free. I won't stop, no, I won't let go, I won't drop, no, and I won't let go. I won't stop, no, I won't let go, I won't drop, no, and I won't let go. I won't stop, no, I won't let.
Hello. Looks like that messed up too. It stopped playing, right? Hold on here 1 second. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. We've got some music in the background, though.
Oh. It's not going, right?
So what? Oh, hold on a second. I bet you it's on my end. Hold on. Okay. We're good.
All right, cool. Well, welcome to my channel, everybody. It's me and ArcticFox here. We're going to do this in backward motion here. So I have a video that's uploading to YouTube that is not finished yet, that we'll be discussing now. And then after this video, you'll have to go watch it after it uploads. I'll do it as a premiere so you guys can see it. We're going to cover the Jolissa, Fuentes, missing out of California. Her parents have been searching for her since August 8th, which she went missing on August 7th in the morning, after stopping at a gas station at 4 in the morning. There is footage that will be in the video that I have that is coming out. There's other agencies that are involved. I don't know how many, because I was searching all day for a press conference, but I didn't see one. Did you see any press conferences?
I did not.
All I saw is there was one news article, which will play after this video, after it uploads. And then I read an article that was pretty in detail, because she did try to call her sister twice around 5:12. Her sister was in There was two of them, two FaceTime calls. So I don't know. Your thoughts on this one?
Well, I just think it's a damn shame that everyone's too focused on Kylie Rodney to give this girl any attention. This girl's been missing for the same amount of time, and she's gotten less than a quarter of the attention that Kylie has. We also had that couple that was missing out of the same area that Kylie's missing from. They didn't get any attention, and had they gotten some coverage, there's a possibility that they may have been found in time to save them after they had their accident.
Yeah, why didn't the police go right to where that phone ping last
I don't know. I do not know.
on that case? Because they would have found them if they would have looked over that ledge.
Exactly. But all the
Yeah,
resources have been
I
on.
don't know. That's disruptive, and this one's not getting. They say that there's other agencies that are working on it, but go ahead. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
It's just, I think part of the reason in the case of the couple that was missing, why they didn't find the vehicle, is all their resources were out trying to find Kylie. I mean, they weren't paying any attention to the couple that was missing. They were a side note.
I agree. Um, yeah, and it looks like that this one is the same thing as well. I mean, there is video footage from the gas station.
There is, and they say that they've picked her up on camera after that, but they're not wanting to relinquish that particular information because they have to consider all avenues right now.
Yeah.
They said that there's nothing that insinuates foul play, which I find that very difficult to believe.
Well, you have another situation. Well, then, if they're saying that in this one, then there's no foul play in the other one in Kylie Rodney's either because her and her vehicle are missing.
Exactly.
So what is the definition of foul play? I mean, yeah, I guess they have to request the resources to come in, but according to the news article that I read, is that they do have the Fresno sheriff and the FBI working on it, but you have yet to see a press conference or anything on any of it. And as far as I see, is that the family is the only ones that are out there looking for her.
Exactly. I mean, and there's been no major creators touch this case up until tonight. Gray Hughes did decide to finally cover it, but everyone's been too focused on the Kylie case, and it's a shame because this girl's life matters just as much.
Yeah, Scott, you're exactly right. Um, yeah, I mean, they even have her vehicle, her plate, and everything. They have a very good picture of it, so that should help in this one.
You would think. I mean, I know that the parents have put out pleas for people to cover this case. They're of the same mindset I am. Why is this one case getting all the attention and, Jolissa's isn't getting any attention? Um, you know, this girl's been missing since the 7th of August. It's the 20th of August now. So we're talking about 13 days that this girl's been gone. And it's time to start taking the case seriously.
Yeah. Well, our family is starting to believe that she was taken, is what I saw in the article that I read, and
Oh
that could
yeah,
very well
they
be.
they definitely believe that there's foul play involved. And quite honestly, from the day one when I first started covering this case, I was like, I don't know why the police don't think foul play is involved. Something doesn't sound right with this. So,
Yeah, you would think if somebody takes off that uh, they'd at least call somebody. I mean, heck, every vehicle these days has some type of a charger, even if your phone wasn't charged. Like you have a way to charge it in your car. So
well, yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's a crazy case. The family, they said that she may have driven out to a rural area east of Selma where there's some orchards and vineyards. She used to go spend time out there to clear her head, and one of her best friends died out there last year. But on the night she disappeared, she'd come home from a party. She stopped at her grandmother's house to get some cash and a bag before she went to that AM/PM, and she hasn't really had any contact with anyone or picked up her phone since she was last seen, which is really out of the norm for her. So,
Yeah, I believe the FaceTime calls were at 5. I want to say 18, but it might be 28 in the morning. There's something weird about Kylie's case. That's why everybody's jumping on it. Well, there's something weird about this one too. Checking, we're talking about Jolissa or Jolissa Fuentes. She's 22 out of California.
yeah,
And
and right
I
now,
had
you know, oh, go ahead.
no, I just was talking about having the map up there. It looks like it's on a very main road. It looks like there's some major, like little tiny cities in between. I guess it's a town in 23,000 is what I saw. The Selma.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the parents, I feel for them, they've been getting up each morning to do their own searches. They go out, they put flyers out, they ask people in the area where they search if there's surveillance cameras they can look at. They're of the mindset that Jaleesa was taken against her will, and I'm of that same mindset, honestly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's what's going on in this one. Um, Otherwise, they would have found their car by now. Because in the article that I read, it looked like they had helicopters that were out now, finally, supposedly, but I haven't seen any on the news or any proof that there is any that are out.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. Is that there were air searches being conducted allegedly, sheriff's departments involved, FBI is involved. But you would think if all these agencies are involved, you'd have something by now. I mean, these are some of the top trained agencies in the United States. So the parents, they're doing all they can do. You know, so it's up to the real crime community to start getting this case out there in front of people. That's how these cases ultimately get solved 90% of the time. It's not due to everything that law enforcement's doing per se, but it's getting the faces out there so people know, hey, this girl's missing. We've got to be on the lookout for her. If I see something, I need to go out there and say something. Um, you know, it's it's a shame that the family's having to do all the footwork and law enforcement really isn't doing as much as they should be doing. And this community should be doing a lot more to get her face out too.
Yeah. Um, I think this is the other one that the AWP is gonna, after they're done searching those reservoirs over there in Truckee, I think they're heading here to search a couple places
Okay,
just to make sure.
it says here that the police chief said the Selma PD is likely not going to release any new press releases on social media until there is a significant update in the case because they don't want to saturate the page to the point where people lose interest in Jolissa's disappearance.
Yeah, but they haven't even they put one thing on there.
I know. I know.
I was there earlier. They put one little post on there, and that was what, the ninth that they did that. And the
Yeah.
chief was sitting in an office and did a pre-recorded video after that on something completely different, on how they can better help the community in a community meeting on August 25th.
Yeah, I mean, they
So
said that they want to make sure if they put something out, it's because they have something new and a different direction to go in. I don't know. to me, they need to get this girl's face out there, and if that means putting some press conferences out, then put some press conferences out. People are not going. People aren't interested because you haven't put anything out there to get their interest. That's what the problem is. And it's important to note that her car, it's a silver 2011 Hyundai Accent with California plate number 8MPU766. There is currently a $10,000 reward being offered for information leading to her whereabouts. So,
Hey, Sluggy, thank you. You're the very first super sticker, super chat there ever on this channel. Check that out.
that is awesome.
Yeah, I just kind of stinks I had to do this in reverse because it's a 8-minute video that kind of wraps it all together, but it is what it is, and I felt it was important to come here and speak on it a little bit anyways. I don't know, we're seeing more and more of these. Once a kid gets over like 14 years of age, then they don't really pay attention to it very much.
Oh, I know. I know. They always are so quick to call it a runaway situation and this and that. Like I said, the fact that they're saying that there's no foul play involved really is getting to me because, like I said, from day one when I covered this, I was like, yes, something is sketch with this. I'm gonna drop the link to my video on it in the chat. Levi is gonna have another video coming out, but this way you can at least familiarize yourself with the case and definitely watch Levi's because his is going to go more in depth than mine. But this gives you a general idea of what's going on with the case.
Yeah, definitely. There it is in chat. And welcome in all these new faces in here. It's good to see. So they do treat them differently, but if you have a 15-year-old that's classified as a runaway, the police aren't doing anything. They'll just sit there and wait until something comes up. I mean, they investigate it, but not like heavily. If they were under like 14 or 13 years old, it's a different story. And a lot of these people that are going missing in their cars and stuff are just as important as a child that's going missing.
Well, exactly, and the problem is if this was a white woman that was missing, she'd get a lot more coverage. I hate to say it, but it's just the case. I mean, it's crazy. I can put a video out on 20 people in the course of a day, and without fail, even the subs are guilty. Without fail, the white person will get more views than the black person, the Native American, or the Latino. And it's crazy.
Yep. Scott Watts, was there a camera of her buying snacks and see her get in her car? Yes, there is. And that does show on my video later. And there's somebody out there, this is not facts. Somebody was zooming in on the actual vehicle and the actual stuff, and they thought that somebody was in there, but that's not factual. It didn't look like it to me, but I could be wrong. So she did stop at a AM PM gas station and purchased a cigar, one cigar. So
But guys, I mean, the main thing is that we need you to do is we need you to share these lives, share the videos on Jolissa. We've got to get her face out there. We've got to help these parents get their daughters some coverage because someone out there knows something. Someone out there has to have seen that car at some point with it being 13 days that she's been missing. So we need to get her face out there. We need to put pressure on whoever may have her because once that heats up and once this case starts going viral, that's going to put a lot of heat on whoever is involved in her disappearance.
Yes, it is. Well, I think that will happen after AWP heads that way.
I hope
Because
so.
I think that they'll actually live stream that one because they usually live stream when it doesn't get enough coverage. So we'll have to see what happens. I know that the Kylie Rodney one that they can't because they're requested by somebody that wouldn't allow them to. So um, it'll be very interesting.
Yeah, I would love to see them live stream this case. It definitely needs the attention. And I posted Gray Hughes' video to my community page, and I thanked him for covering it because no one else is really taking the time, besides us smaller creators, to shed a light on this case.
Yeah. Well, we're seeing that quite a bit right now. It's been hard to find some of them. I see that you keep finding them. A lot of the ones that you're posting, are you getting those? Those are being sent to you, or you're finding them out there?
It's a little half and half. A lot of them I will get sent. Like Brandy sent me one on a boy that's missing out of Idaho yesterday to do a video
Yeah,
on.
he's
And
he's still missing. I reached out to somebody that's very close to the family, and he's still missing. So probably tomorrow I'll probably do a video on him.
but a lot of them I go through these missing persons groups and you'll see families like, hey, help, no one's looking for my kid, my son's not getting any coverage, my daughter's been missing for a week and no one will help. So that's the type of cases that I like to do, are the ones where no one's really talking about the case. The parents can't get anyone to cover the case. Many times it's that they're not getting any media coverage even in their local area. So
Yeah. Just becoming more and more like that, though. I've noticed on these last couple ones that it's becoming more and more. So, um, yeah, I saw some other. Oh, here she is. I'm trying, my friends. Some days are harder than others to have. Keep being the voice for all of the missing. I did get an update. There is a new article that I'll be doing a live, or not a live. I'll be doing a video on what Brandy had done this last week, and then they're unveiling the two semi trailers. I believe it's two. I read in the article, but I will go over that article in the video that I do for Monkey. Um, it'll probably be either later tonight or tomorrow when that one comes out. Look at Sluggy. I saw the last one she did.
yeah,
Thanks,
Sluggy is
Sluggy.
awesome.
Yeah. Well, that's another one is the Evelyn case, and I need to go back in to my Evelyn video and put the GoFundMe in there or whatever that link was. I didn't even get a chance to open it up. I was trying to finish this.
Yeah, I just put it in the description box of the videos that I had done on Evelyn. But we need to keep sharing Evelyn's case, guys, too. And there is a GoFundMe in the description box of my videos on her. The family's hired a private investigator, and they're trying to get lawyers to help fight the good fight and get custody of Everly back. So make sure, even if it's just $5-10, help out what you can.
Oh, and I also saw on I was on AWP's Adventures with Purposes page today, or on their Facebook page, because I was seeing what they knew about Jolissa. I was seeing what they knew on this case because they did cover a little bit of it, and they're have a GoFundMe as well for a magnetometer to be able to cover the older cold cases where the car's been underneath the sand for so long that it probably buried the car. So it looks like kind of like a missile, kind of. It's like a torpedo that they put into the water, and it will pick up the magnetom how do you call it? Magnometer, magotometer, maybe.
Mm.
And then it reads that there's a big piece of metal underneath there, so that's pretty cool too. They're almost to their goal of purchasing it, so.
Yeah, there's so many great causes out there, and I try to give to as many as I can. So
Yeah.
I know that Barbara Hall's got a GoFundMe up to do an independent autopsy on her son Timmy, because there's a lot of corruption going on there in Missouri, and they're trying to say that this boy ran, passed out, and froze to death when it didn't even get below 40 degrees at the time that he went missing. So,
Oh wow.
and
That's sad.
his phone was missing off of his body when they found him too. So, the phones don't just disappear.
Well, hopefully to JDR, hopefully if they, so I have a couple theories in this one. Like the last couple that was found where their phone pinged from. So that may be a theory that she may be where that phone is pinging from. The other one is if the waterways are searched and cleared, then they have a mess on their hands, because then there should have been an Amber Alert immediately. And that would mean that they messed up pretty big.
Yeah.
Well, it's also 50, 60 foot deep, so I don't know how well their search and rescue people could go down there and check for the phone, because that's pretty deep to be scuba diving in.
Oh no! I mean,
But
there's been no sign of either Jolissa or Kylie's cars, so that is sus as hell to me. I mean, I'm hoping that with AWP coming out, maybe they'll find something, because if they don't, then we've got to start really wondering what's going on.
well, that means that the car is not in those waters.
Well, I know. So then, if
Yeah,
it's not in the water, where is it?
I have a couple assumptions, but those won't be done on air. Um,
I've always said, because of a case that I covered here a while back, it could be parked in plain sight in a parking garage somewhere. Because there was a case out of Texas where this girl baked out in the
yeah,
Texas sun for 2 weeks at a mall parking garage before her body was found, and her car was just sitting in a parking garage in plain sight. They'd even walked past it once.
yep. And that could be what happens here as well. Um, say it that level-headed. My guess is you know how they do the Scott wants. Do you watch Adventures with Purpose? If you do, then you'll understand their grid surface of like how far away from where they were last seen at, how far away that they stretch out. That would be my guess with how far the vehicle is as well, whether it's in a garage or whether it's in the ditch or in rough terrain. We'll leave it at that. And they kind of went silent. A lot of work gets done when the police are silent. So,
Well, and I think part of the reason that it's gone silent is, people want to say, "Oh, the police aren't doing anything now." Well, how much money, how many resources do you expect them to put out on one person? I mean, they have spent more on this one missing kid than they have in, I don't know, probably the last 10 missing people that have gone missing in their area. So,
I'll probably way more than that.
yeah.
Well, at least the one thing I do applaud them for is at least they didn't. That's funny. At least they didn't. At least they didn't refuse or not like shy away from calling in help.
Well,
I mean,
no,
I
I
do
mean,
applaud them for calling in help.
oh, absolutely. I mean, I wish more of these law enforcement agencies wouldn't be so scared to reach out for help. A lot of the jurisdictions won't even allow Adventures with Purpose to come out because if AWP comes out and finds it after they've been looking for it all this time, it makes them look bad. So a lot of these jurisdictions won't even let AWP out.
Yeah. Well, I think nowadays with everything that they're doing now, I think that police are kind of over that little mentality because they are the real professionals now. I think they've proven themselves enough that they do this every day, so that dive teams don't go out every single day like at police forces. So having somebody that this is all that they do is study and eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff, and is important to have. I mean, you might as well use them to your advantage. It's not like
Oh,
you're
I
paying for it.
agree. I agree. It's just like with EquiSearch. I mean, they are an invaluable resource, but a lot of jurisdictions, again, they're hesitant to call EquiSearch in. And unfortunately, unless law enforcement is willing to call them in, they can't come out and assist in a rescue, which
Yeah, that's true.
is very bothersome.
Well, and then sometimes they also, so I can put this, yeah, I can put this out there, I guess. They also have certain criteria that they have to meet with law enforcement too. They don't always help if there's a direction in a case that is leaning towards like abduction. That they don't always go and help when they have those cases because that's more of like an investigative
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
So they kind of stay away from there just so that people understand what they do.
Yeah, because they don't want to hurt the integrity of an investigation, just like I wouldn't want to hurt the integrity of an investigation by putting something out on my channel that's not known to the public that needs to be kept under wraps. So,
Yeah. What else do we got here? The only thing I don't like doing this on my phone is that there's an end button that's like so close to like where you hold your phone at. Um, yeah, and I did see the Vegas Angels do not currently have any open cases,
that is
so that
awesome.
is
I
good
did,
news.
yeah, I saw where they had wrapped one up recently.
Yeah, they'd informed me about 3 of them. I posted those 3 on my community wall. And then they'll be messaging me as soon as they pick up another one. They'll message me. So
Yeah.
I'll be on the lookout for that. All right, Arctic. I'm gonna throw you a
Alrighty.
curve. I'm gonna throw you a curveball real quick.
Okay.
What is your thoughts on the YouTube creators obsessing over people that are from the area in a case?
honestly, I think I don't know. I think it's all a drama thing. You know, trying to stir up a little bit of drama in those communities so that they can get clicks and views on their channel is what it boils down to. I mean, anything to create an atmosphere of, well, they might be involved. Um, and we saw it a lot in the Summer Wells case, obviously, and now they're trying to do it in some other cases, and it's all it does is turn the case into a shit show, and they need to stop.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you run out of information and resources. Instead of going back and showing a poster or going over and letting like covering other people at the same time and then re-putting it back into play, um, like bringing it back to people's eyes, it happens to go to drama, and then the whole purpose and point gets forgotten.
Well, exactly. I mean, and I get that it's frustrating in some of these cases, like Summers, for instance, where we really don't have any new information that we didn't know back in June when she went missing because there's not been any real updates. But at the same time, you know, you can still share her poster. You can put that in a slideshow and show it while you're covering. Here's a thought: some other kids that might need some coverage. So, you know,
Well, that's the one thing I've noticed by watching channels. So what I've been doing lately when watching them is watching what they display and how they display things. And I have to give him props, and whoever likes him, whoever doesn't. But Dolly does a good job of putting all their faces up in the top right corner, whether he's only talking about one of the persons or if he's talking about all of them during his live show. But he always has like 5 or 6 people or 4 people that are missing, always up in his right corner of his show. I thought was pretty interesting.
oh yeah, and I'll say that Mob Crew. At least what they do is they put up at least one missing persons flyer at the beginning of their live stream and one at the end of their live stream, and that way they're still getting some kids some coverage, even though they may be talking about Dylan Rounds. They'll still get another child or another person's flyer up at the beginning and the end of their lives. So.
I don't know who he's talking about. Cuddlies? That ain't gonna happen.
No, Scott, I've reached out to Jolissa's family. I am talking with one of the family members and I am trying to get them on for a live show.
Yeah. I think they're more heavily involved right now with searching on their own than because they were out in the middle of searching while the news came out and actually spoke with them. Like they didn't stop to even like go to the news station or nothing. They were out there. So
And I can't fault them for that because if it was my child missing, I would be up there looking 24 hours a day, not eating, not sleeping. That's how you can tell a parent like Brandy. I mean, she's out there looking for Monkey all the time when she's not working, and she's advocating for other kids on top of that. So,
yes, indeed. I will have my video will go up here in a little bit. It's still uploading, but make sure you guys all go and watch that. You'll get a notification when I will do it as a premiere. It'll only be 8 minutes long, but it's well worth the watch. Um, any final words, Arctic?
no, just share these videos out, guys. I've said it 1,000 times. We can sit here and we can do a video, we can do a live, but unless the subs share the videos out, share the lives out, raise awareness for these missing people, then we're just sitting in front of a computer talking to ourselves all day. It's you guys that make the difference.
Very well said. Yeah, and pretty much, I guess the biggest thing that I always say is if you see something, say something. If you guys all go and hit the like button, please, I'll help to get this one into the algorithm, especially on my next video. Hit the like button and leave a comment in the comment section. That's like really important when you're doing videos. It really drives it into the algorithm and gets it noticed by people. Um, all right, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, mods, for covering everything.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Levi, for having me on panel.
Yes, indeed. Until the next one.